There's a bandit or bandits on the loose, and once again Pierre has made the difficult decision to abandon his base. But with traps to check and a Jenny running low on gas, he's decided to head back home and risk a deadly encounter. Well, Pierre has spent the night again right at the northern end of town at this little bolt hole of his. We got another massive storm and we got another massive problem. There is a bandit somewhere out there, but we've got stuff to do at base. We've got to replenish our supplies as well. So we're going back. We're going to risk a deadly encounter. There could be a bandit tearing the place apart. We could get back to the base and they're right out there on the road and we run them over and it's quick and simple, or they just might not be anywhere to be seen. Who knows what we're going to find. Okay, well look at that. I can't believe it. I just thought, is that a bandit? That was funny movement. There they are. They are having a bit of a bad time. I'm just going to make things even worse for them. Now I've been a bit impetuous there. Oh my god, there could be a second bandit right about to gun me down. Can't believe it. We're just up the road from our base and I saw some what I thought was unusual movement just out the corner of my eye, and I'm glad that I went with my gut, with my instinct, and stopped to have a look. We got more zombies inbound, but hopefully no more bandits. Now is that going to be the bandit that we've been so fearful of? Is there? You never quite know how many there are. Let's just wait here a little while. We're bound to have attracted some attention. Hopefully though, just zombies and no more bandits. Pierre could do with some target practice, right? Okay, well I'm surprised there's not more of a reaction than this one. There's always another zombie. Dude. Didn't even know what hit him. Now what are we going to find here? Ooh, we're going to find a duffel bag. Oh, is that bag full? We've got a bit of everything. We've got soap. Yeah, okay. We've got some decent gear. Let's grab it. Is that going to be the end of our problems, at least for now? Okay, well here we are, back at the gates to our base. We really need to get those put in place. I mean, is that it? Was that the bandit? If you think about it, they spawned just a little bit south of where we are, so they made it a long way north on foot. Okay, well no more signs of movement or activity, no noises, and that rain is easing up a little bit, just as I decided it was probably going to be here for another 2 or 3 days. Well, I'm still not entirely convinced that the threat from bandits is over. Could be another one out there. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to grab some of these planks and barricade up some of the windows. We've got quite a few windows on the other side of the kitchen that have got no planks at all, and I'm kind of thinking, should I actually also barricade the doors and just totally say goodbye to the whole sort of north wing? So let's have a look. So we've got quite a few barricades removed. I think this relates to the bandit that we had in our base that sort of just opened the doorway and fired on us. So you didn't see that. That was done off camera. That was a close call. We need to pay closer attention to these barricades and make sure they're maintained. Oh, this rain is just crazy, the amount of storms we're having. This is definitely a day for chilling out at base, staying at home, and maybe preparing for another epic loot run. That is right, another epic loot run is on the cards. Let's just get the rest of these windows barricaded as best we can, and then I think realistically we probably just need to spend the day at base sheltering from the rain and the storm. We've got a number of skill books we could read. There's always a number of skill books to read. Okay, well before Pierre settles down for the rest of the afternoon and read some books, I think we need to sort out this bag because it is just laden with loads of stuff. It's almost full. We got a lot of stuff to drop off. Okay, well that's most of the bag emptied with non-essential stuff. Let's just drop a few more of these cans of food. I guess it's time to return to all those little jobs that we were going to do before we had that hostile assault some 2 or 3 days ago. So first things first, we're going to actually try and build. Actually just check the generator. 30% fuel still. That's a real surprise. Let's see if we can actually get those double doors built for a little bit more extra protection for the base. Still feeling a little bit paranoid, a little bit on edge. Still kind of expecting to be shot at any moment, basically. Okay, well, it's been quite a faff to get all the equipment ready. 12 planks, 4 door hinges, 2 doorknobs, but there we are. That is actually a thing of beauty. That was something that was really, really long overdue, just for aesthetics though, just for aesthetics. Doesn't really give a great deal of security because, yeah, you can just open them like that. But it does look good. It does look a lot better. Well, next thing we've got to do is we've got to check the traps. Do you want to just grab some of these logs? Let's just grab some of these logs and take them back with us, replenish our sort of lumber supply. But yeah, then we've got to head far west and south. Check out our traps. We've got 16 traps. I'm hoping that we've caught 5 or 6 birds or rabbits to really stock up for winter. Okay, so we're going to check out the south traps first. I was waiting to hear that noise as to how we find out where the hell they are. Ooh, that tree was really wobbling. Do not like being in the forest. And I've still got bait. How many things are we going to get now? Got 2 already. Ah, wow, there is trap in level 3, which means we can now build the metal wire cage trap. We had one of our traps break. We should have 4 box traps. It has been a couple of days as a forced absence from the base, before, so we've not been able to check the traps. So it looks like one of the box traps has broken. And maybe, yeah, there's the twine. Let's just really gather that. And maybe one of the stick traps as well. We had 4 each. Now at trap on level 3 though, we can build much sturdier traps so they'll last much longer. Because it is, they don't seem to last very long at all. What did we actually get? We got another absolutely monster rabbit and 2 tiny little birds. Let's just get these back to base. We'll chuck these in the freezer and then we'll check out the 8 traps to the west. Okay, well, I'm in the West Forest and I just wanted to try and find our traps, and I thought maybe they'd all been destroyed because we've got all this scrap wood here, and I think that's actually just our first attempt at trapping. Yes, here we go, and things are looking good. We've got another 3 or 4 animals caught. This is incredible. We're getting an incredible collection of animals in that freezer. It's gonna last here for months. Well, we only got 3 things in our first lot of traps down to the south. Here, I think, what did we get? We got 6. Really? 6 things? Wow. We got absolutely huge rabbits. I just can't get over how huge those rabbits are. Man, this has taken so long just to check these traps. They are a long way away. Let's get these back to base. Oh, oh, I can't believe that just happened. We've got something. Oh, wow. That is, where the hell is that? What the hell? We are bleeding out to a laceration on our right foot by walking through a forest, even though we've got military grade boots on. What the hell is that about? We've got a little bit of a limp now. Okay, we've finally made it back to the relative safety of our base, because with bandits, as I said before, hardly anywhere is completely safe, it seems. And man, that was a really, really long walk. It is getting darker and darker. The rain was still here. We're really slow with the limp and our 3 birds and 3 rabbits, but we finally made it back to base. Okay, so let's drop off our latest successful foray into the world of trapping, and it gives me an opportunity to show off a little bit at the amount of, well, dead animals we've caught in just 2 or 3 rounds of trapping. Look at this, we've got 12 dead birds and 9 rabbits, and we're going to actually have to rein in our trapping for a little bit, otherwise we're going to have too much and it's all going to go off even when it's frozen. You see the cabbage is starting to go a little bit stale. Well, getting that laceration in our right foot has really put a dampener on all of that incredible trapping, and it's also really affected what Pierre's going to do tomorrow. I was thinking about going on an epic loot run tomorrow to the north as yet undecided location, but with this laceration, with this limp, we're probably going to have to spend all day tomorrow just resting and relaxing at base, which is fine because we've got quite a few books to read, and maybe we could turn our hand to a little bit of cooking or maybe even baking. Okay, so we got a lot of food to use up, a lot. So we got a cooking pot with water. Let's create something very random. Okay, well, Pierre's really gone to town with his ingredients from his recent foraging. We've got the cilantro, we've got dandelions, as well as fish that we've caught. We really are living off the land now. Okay, we've got 2 delicious bowls of soup. It is still raining outside, but that does mean at least, well, it's dark. That is dark. It does mean at least we can put our cooking pot outside and we can get some water for the next soup or stew that we make. Well, the plan was to do a little bit of reading, but it is 11 o'clock in the evening. It is really, really late. It is time for Pierre to turn in for the night, but we do want to read something tomorrow, because I don't think we'll be going out tomorrow with that lacerated foot and the limp. And it says we got to do the spear, right? We got to do the spear. Let's do it. Have we got masterful? Let's have a look. Melee weapons, master. It is time for Pierre. Well, in the morning, Pierre will be looking to become a master with the spear. It is the next morning, 6 o'clock, and looky here. I think the rain has finally stopped. Pierre's limp has gone. Really needs to. Is it going to be okay? We can't have sorted out. No, it's still there. I was going to say a laceration couldn't have gone after 12 hours. We've barricaded the door with the fancy little table, still feeling a little bit unnerved at the prospect of bandits, so we're still resorting to barricading ourselves in. I'm gonna wait. I'm itching to get out and cause some more mayhem for those poor zombies out there, but what I think I'm gonna do is actually I might as well just stay in this room. I'm gonna finish reading, start reading and finish reading masterful spear usage. I do not want to be disturbed. We've got a bowl of soup still, so let's just take a seat and let's finish our education on spears. Well, there we go. May have taken pretty much all day. We started reading just at 7 o'clock, but we are a massive step closer to maxing out our spear. We've read the masterful spear for masters, whatever you want to call it. Man, it took a long time. I did not expect it to take that long, but yeah, that is going to be a massive step towards maxing out our spear. That is going to give us, what is that, a 12 boost on spear? 16. Wow, that's kind of crazy. 16 multiplier on a weapon skill. That is just insane. Well, I was just thinking that Pierre was good to go, but you can see he's still got a little bit of a limp, still not moving freely. So although the bandage isn't really getting blooded, it is a laceration. It's going to take at least a couple of days before he's really fighting fit. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to We run out of gas? No? Just need to get another... How is that gas? 14. Do we have any gas? We don't. Oh, well, okay. Well, I guess we know what we're doing next then. But we do need to get a replacement bulb in that light. We don't want to go green. That'd be too weird. Well, I guess we've got to go on a little bit of a gas run. We're really domesticated now, you know. Cooking cookies at home. Going on gas runs. Doing the trapping. And we're just doing a loads of work at home. Okay, well, here we are again. We're back on this road. Is this going to be the first time ever? Could it be? Could we actually get to this road and there not be a single zombie? Is that for real? No. There's one. There's always another zombie. This road is always just attracting more and more and more zombies. But I'm going to take it as a victory because it is just a one. Just, well, I presume it's just a one. Oh, there's one just off in the distance. We should probably take them out. Okay, hopefully now that means that there's not going to be any zombies near enough to react to the noise of the generator. We got 6 empty gas cans. Let's get them filled up. Okay, well, there we go. But I guess that does show, that does underline that perhaps we are near to this area actually being clear. Because that is, I think, the second time in a row we've not been disturbed while we fill up. Do you actually have another gas can? Let's get that filled up as well. Okay, that was really successful. We got 7 full gas cans. Let's get these back to base. Then I think, yeah, it's time to try a little bit of cooking that isn't soup or stew. Okay, that's the generator refueled. What we should actually do is actually just build a little storage container for all our gas cans rather than leaving them strewn all over the floor. So let's just really quickly do that. Okay, now that Pierre is a master carpenter, he can build the best looking crates really quickly and really easily. That's going to be the perfect storage for all our gas. Nice little addition to the base. Okay, well, it's time to really get into some cooking. I know it's really exciting, isn't it? What do we got? We're going to do marked some cookery things as favorites. So we got potentially enough of the required items to make some biscuits, some bread, and some cake. Maybe even some chocolate chip cookies and pancakes. So let's see if we can find a fork, spatula, or spoon. Okay, here we go. We're going to really go for it. We've got bread dough. We're going to go with some bread dough. We're going to make pancakes. We're going to make pie. We're going to make cookies. It's going to be amazing. Okay, well, there we are. We made some pancakes. We made 2 batches of bread and maybe the thing that Pierre's looking most forward to. Look at that unhappiness, -60 with shortbread cookies. Let's get all these in the oven. This is going to be quite a feast for Pierre. It's been so long since he's had such luxuries as this. Amazing. Well, look at this. We're going to save the pancakes for breakfast. Just put those in the fridge. That's going to be a real nice treat in the morning. We've got 2 loaves of bread. Look at this. I'm really looking forward. I can almost taste it myself. A baking tray with shortbread cookies. You can get 6 cookies from the tray. That is going to be a really delicious snack. Let's slice one of these up. Maybe we can make some sandwiches. And we'll put the other one in the fridge, if you can forgive me for that. Look at this. We could make a burger. We could make a burger. A tomato and cabbage burger. Maybe not then. Let's see. We got to get some meat in that. Let's see. Let's butcher up a rabbit. I guess we have a game burger. Okay, well, there we are. We made a double rabbit burger. It's got 2 lots of rabbit, a tomato, some slightly stale cabbage, and some cilantro. I'm still not sure how to actually say that. As spices. That's beautiful. Now, just when we went for the rabbit to cook, checked our bandage, and unfortunately it had got a bit blooded, so the laceration is now infected. I've disinfected it, put a fresh bandage on, but that does mean that now that it's infected, it's going to take a little bit longer for the wound to heal properly. But man, it's been so nice getting such beautiful food. And let's get the bread in the fridge. We can make some more burgers tomorrow morning because we've still got a fair bit of rabbit meat, and we've got cookies to take with us as well. We are going to be going on a road trip tomorrow. I'm still not quite sure exactly where yet in my head, but it's going to be another loot run. We are on the hunt for more loot, more challenges, and perhaps, dare I say it, more danger. Okay, it is the next morning. It is time for what could prove to be a very interesting road trip. Pierre's going to go the furthest he's ever been since he settled into his palace base, which was probably in the first week. So we're talking almost 3 months ago. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. It's difficult to say how big it is by the map. It looks pretty big, but then you see this place up here, which must be the main hospital, and this place looks small. So it's difficult to really gauge exactly what we're going to be in for when we get there. But we are going there. We are going to raid it for valuable medical supplies. And one thing we're going to try is we're going to try and use the railroad system as a quick and easy way to get to areas of the town that if we went on the road would perhaps be a little bit harder. And I'm hoping that that clearly intersects there, so there'll be a natural exit to get out and just get swinging with the spears. So let's go for it. Okay, well, it is the next morning. It is time for Pierre to embark on another massive loot run challenge. We're just getting the final preparations, making sure the generator is in tip-top condition and fully gassed, because we could be away from base for quite a few days. We are going on quite an adventure. We are traveling the furthest away we've ever done from our base since we moved in some 2 to 3 months ago. We are going to travel on the railroad. There's going to be a lot of unknowns. There's going to be a lot of things we just will not expect. We could get a bandit at any moment on our tail. One thing is for sure, we're sure to find trouble. Let's hit the road. Oh, look at this. We were just leaving our base. We barely made it out the front door. We had a long drive ahead of us. Wait, is there no window? Oh my god. Somewhere there is a bandit. We got to make sure we keep them on our right hand side. There they are. It's another red panted punk rocker with a knife who's just runs around too much. Am I ready for it? Probably not. Do I have bullets? Let's just face one down for the first time. No? Are they going to come? Go down. I believe it's just the one. Again, we don't really know. It's exactly the same type as before. That must be that other red panted villain's twin, right? I mean, is that just the one? We've got... Yeah, I think that is just the one. Let's just assume it's just the one. Let's not get distracted. We got a mission to perform. Yeah, come on, let's just assume it's just the one. We're going to hit the train tracks. We're going to go far, far north to the other edge of town. And the plan is not a sophisticated one. We're just going to get out and clear the area. But I'm not going to go guns in blazing. We've got machetes, we've got spears. The plan is to find a nearby house that we can clear out, make a safe little zone. Because I got a feeling this mission is going to take more than one day. It's going to take more than one episode. Okay, so here we are. This fog is not going to make things very easy. We're going to have to go really slow, but we're going to pick up the train tracks and really just hopefully not come up against any obstructions apart from the odd tree we might hit in the fog. Not many zombies at all, and we can make pretty simple, quiet progress from one side of town to the other. Okay, well, I don't remember it looking so far on the map. We are all the way down here. We've only just started. We've come out of our base, picked up the railway line at the earliest opportunity, really, and we're just going to follow it through town. We should only come across any zombies when we have these intersections with the roads. I'm not going to allow myself to get distracted, I promise. And then we're going to hopefully come out here and we're going to find somewhere nearby, if everything goes beautifully right there, somewhere nearby, somewhere safe to stay for the evening, and then we launch a full-on assault for the next episode. But we got a long way to drive. We got a long way to drive. It's already 10:30. It's going to be slow going in this fog as well. Let's get on with it. Okay, we've already hit a couple of trees because it's really hard to see in the fog, and this vehicle is kind of all of a sudden, after some quite low speed, admittedly head-on impacts, but this vehicle is kind of on its last legs. It sounded like a rusty old lawnmower. Could start to conk out. We might end up being stuck in the middle of nowhere if this thing breaks down at the wrong time. Okay, well, I didn't anticipate this. We're driving through a train station, which makes sense because we're on the train tracks, but we got a lot of zombies. We got trees as well, and we've also, yeah, who would have thought it, a train. Well, I thought that this would be simple, but we're having to go so slowly because some of the trees are small, but they seem to pack as much of a punch as any of the bigger trees. We've hit another tree. I'm constantly on edge now that this vehicle is going to just conk out at the wrong time when there's a lot of zombies, and we'll have a snap decision to make about whether we get out of the vehicle or whether we try and get it restarted. And if we make the wrong decision, it could all be over. There's just danger, there's just threat, there's just problems. Yeah, like that. Not paying attention. I just had to glance up at what the time is then. There's just, yeah, there's just danger at every single corner. Every time we try and do something, it is always a little bit more complicated than we first thought. Okay, well, I think this is our turn. We made it. It has taken several days to get, several hours to get here, and I'm surprised that this vehicle has managed to get us here because we've managed to crash into 4 or 5 trees. I think I'm going to actually have to take a little look at the map. Thought the train track would bring us right out next to it. Okay, so we're getting the right track. We're on the right track. It has been a long, arduous journey. We are right here. This is our loot target. This is our target for an overnight stay. Is it too close? Is it? We're about to find out. Oh, the zombies are pouring in. Did you see how many zombies were right behind us? This area is really quite built up, and we'll be able to see our target and get an idea. I guess there it is in there. I'm seeing a building that's 4 or 5 stories high. It's like a community hospital, I guess, but it could be a lot bigger than I was actually expecting. And there's pluses and minuses to that. Plus is a lot more loot, but the minus is a lot more zombies. Is this our target? Again, wow, we've actually gone past it. It is really foggy. There's nowhere else nearby. Well, I guess we jump out here and we get swinging. Where are they? I was expecting a lot of zombies to be coming in. They're certainly taking their time, and we're going to have to be really careful with the fog. We did actually get here a lot earlier than I was expecting. We just kind of carve out a little bit of a safe space for tonight. And that's hopefully a house just there. It is so foggy. It is so foggy, but you can see just how close we are. Let's not get caught out. There's always another zombie. Well, I thought that there would be more zombies trailing us in, following the noise of the van, but maybe the fog did us a little bit of a favour there. Okay, well, Pierre's just enjoying a burger. It is a rare treat. It's a rabbit, vegetable and dandelion burger, somewhat exotic. Maybe that's a bit of that French flair in the cooking. We've also got whatever that is, but also somewhere, yes, look at that, beautiful shortbread cookies. Okay, but it looks like the fog is finally lifting, so we can a little bit more easily see what actually is around. And I'm just eyeing up those yellow lights. We should probably grab a couple of those. They would look really good in our courtyard back at base somewhere. Ooh, wow. Okay, Well, that has made things a little bit interesting. Maybe Pierre will be sleeping in his cab tonight. Where we were going to sleep and take over is that place, but you can see it is a little bit burned out, so we've got to come up with an alternative option here. Okay, well, there's no great options, and sleeping in the cab seems to be a little bit more of an attractive proposition now. There's that place there, but it's quite far away. Back at the crossroads here, there were a lot of zombies, and I mean a lot of zombies, and everywhere else is kind of far away. If we drive back through these hordes of zombies, the vehicle could take quite a bit of damage. So I'm kind of thinking, and then the vehicle could conk out. So we just check out what that is. I doubt it's going to be anything. We can see it right there. It is going to be a worker's cabin, I think. I guess at this rate we're probably just going to be sleeping on the road in our cab. I suppose we could pop up our water. I don't know, do we really want to sleep in there? Is that any safer than the cab or the van? I don't know. I mean, what would be more comfortable? A plastic garden chair or sleeping in the cab of the van? I kind of think probably the cab of the van, right? Okay, well, it really doesn't feel like the greatest decision, but I'm going to actually try and walk on foot through this forested area. I'm going to leave the van there. In fact, let's just mark the van on the map, otherwise I'm going to forget where the hell it is. Right there. I mean, really, we probably should just drive up here and just spend the night there, really. But I want a proper bed, so we're going to try and walk through what could be heavily forested, but also a heavily zombie area. But hopefully we can get through it, come out from the trees, and that'll be a nice little house with not many zombies around. Or maybe we just get on our bike. Do we want to try this? I don't really know what happens if we hit a zombie, if we get knocked off. I do not want to find out. I'm just going to go around in a great big circle. These things take a bit of getting used to. I feel I'm starting to question my decision making right now. I'm really nervous about trying to get through zombies. What am I trying to do here? We're going past past a big hotel. There's going to be zombies all over the road. I'm making a really long circuitous sort of route here. What am I doing? Okay, well, let's not tempt fate anymore. There's a little compound here. It's gated, it's walled off. Let's just make things easy and take advantage of the spear. If we can. No, we can't. We can't get them through the gate for some reason. But here we've got a little compound. It's walled off. It's actually quite a ways away. Let's shut the gate. Hopefully nearby there's a house. This feels a little bit more secure. A bit more of a better option. Well, here we are. Perfect. Absolutely. Wow, what a base. Well, it's not a base, but that would make a really nice place, isn't it? It's gated. It's walled off. Doesn't seem to be any zombies nearby. Famous last words. Let's get inside and make the place safe, but I think this is definitely going to be a great option to sleep tonight. Okay, we're in. There's no alarm. I was expecting there to be an alarm then. Now, somewhere nearby is a zombie. We've got to be on our toes here. We've got to be alert. Well, for once we found Pierre's favourite room with ease, because it often are a little bit difficult to find, the kitchen. It's got absolutely no food in it whatsoever. Guess we're getting increasingly likely that zombie is upstairs. And hopefully it is just the one, and there's no surprises waiting for us at the top of the stairs. We're about to find out. There they are. They made it easy for us. They've made it easy for us. Okay. Hopefully that is the threat taken care of. Let's make a proper thorough search. Don't want any surprises. Well, this is the last room. Not hearing anything, not seeing any movement. What could possibly be behind this door? Okay, that makes sense. Well, by some weird coincidence, this is an exact copy of the house that we stay at to the north of the mall when we need to abandon our base. This is exactly the same layout, exactly the same third story attic space, and it is just up the road from what is going to be our next big target. Well, actually I say up the road. We grabbed the bicycle right here and we just went around here. I didn't realize just how far we got to when we came in here. This is where we are. This is where we're staying for the night. It is safe. It is secluded. It is protected with high walls. It is ideal. Let's just mark it as a base. We are a long way from home. We may never come this way ever again. Look how far away we are. This is our neighborhood. It's all cleared with zombies. What are we doing all the way out here? Well, I tell you what we're doing. We're in the search for loot. And next time we're going to go full in, full on, clear that area hopefully without too much trouble and see what loot we can find in what could be a really big hospital. It doesn't look that big on the map, but it looked like 4 or 5 stories. So that's going to be the adventure for next time. So if you want to see how Pierre gets on with that, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode is out. If you haven't already and you're enjoying this episode, check out the rest of the series. This is over 100 days survived, 4,000 zombies killed. Hit that notification bell, as I said. Smash that like button, sub, comment, the full works. And I hope you guys will join me for the next episode. But for now, that is going to have to be all